There you go. The best and the worst forms of magnesium. DM store. That's a trademark. It's a German company, DM. I am just gonna use this thing. All these stores, DM, in the city of the Novo Mesto were involved in it with the German executives, including Ursula von der Leyen, knew about this. In fact, they were testing this poison on me. It's a poison. It's a most severe poison. It's a poison that almost got me killed. And established that they will proceed and will not remove this product from the shelves of the store till, as Ursula von der Leyen stated me, just take it back to the store. They will give it you the money back. One package I end up eating. I toasted. Hopefully I did not eat any one of. I did. I made a mistake and I opened two of them. I also eat from here. I ate entire package of it, and I thought I would be dead. I thought that I would be died. The whole month, the sleep went from 5.5 hours to just 3 hours a day, and continue to deplete. What was coming out of me inside of the toilet was like this. Dr. Eric Berg, who was involved in this case, prohibited Slovenian police the further use of this. It's called oxide pills, magnesium with the magnesium oxide. The vitamins were the main poisoning tool of Milan Kuch and Borut Pahor. They started to poison with the vitamins beginning 1988. Before 1988, 1986, 1988, my grammar school somewhere, which was just about 4 years away from Slovenian independence in 1990, 1991, 5 years, they started to poison with the vitamins. And I did not even understood the implications, the problems of poisoning with real implications, the real problems with it. Till I actually died, almost died, about... I stopped taking this shit just a few days ago. There is a video right here. I couldn't understand about what went on with me. He released this video about a year ago, and I could not understand for the hell. I could not understand what exactly is happening with me. For an entire month, I was eating, I started to exercise, I started to absolutely everything by the book. And I just did not understood what went on with me. I was just completely falling apart. I couldn't, for the hell of it, I could not understand the stuff that I was doing. This was just one thing, one change that I made for a better health. Did not took vitamins already for so long. I barely ever take any kind of vitamins. I don't take vitamins because every time basically it ends with what I demonstrated you right there. It ends with the reduction of the sleep. It ends with the diarrhea. It ends exactly with this kind of stuff. It's not the only vitamin that will do to me. This one also here, DM, which police also was using, just like this one. It also will do the same thing. So the poisoning I did not even understood till my sleep pattern dropped all the way to 3 hours a day. And now there was a matter of whether I am going to stop this, which I started to take. This one here, I was taking it few times. I took it. I emptied the whole. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. Well, let's say that I emptied it once That means that I took 15, 17, maybe for 3 weeks that I was taking on a regular basis of 1 pill per day. And luckily for me, well, I stopped eating, but I still couldn't understand that. I saw the video of Dr. Eric Berg, who was involved in it, and in which he is advising as one of the worst, and this is also on the Facebook, as one of the worst...
The best and worst forms of magnesium. Let's talk about that today.
Yes, the worst forms of magnesium is exactly the oxide.
Now the question is, why is magnesium so important? Well, it's involved in 300 magnesium, like 99%.
Yeah, I got from his video that taking the oxide, you only get 4%. That's all you get. That's all you get. And, well, there is this video here, which I video recorded May 27. That means that I stopped taking this on a May 27. That will be basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago. I stopped, and as I go to the toilet, again normalized. This is horror. This is a total horror. It's not water anymore. I'm not talking about urination. I'm talking about that other need, if you understand me what I'm saying. With mother actually reminded me, based on MKultra scenario, about exactly what the Dr. Berg is also talking about. I learned about the Dr. Berg actually earlier, maybe 1 day or 2 days earlier, before I but yeah, this is a new stuff that my mother might have used. I saw this stuff before and it was gone and it would appear again, reappear. A higher quality of magnesium, not oxide. And when I saw this stuff, I recalled everything that went on during MKultra with Igor Jurcic, Stefanic again. This investigators, in parentheses, laughing in my face, saying to me, it's going to be one more mistake you're going to make, and it's going to be the last time. It's going to be with the magnesium. And magnesium was a really tricky thing, because when I went on a medical examination in Slovenia in 2022, it was, or 2023, I was assured that absolutely everything is fine with me. I'm in a perfect health, they claimed, except there is a little bit magnesium missing in my body. That's all there is. And police was 100% certain that this thing will actually kill me. This is how fatal it was already during MKultra, when they extensively feed it with this stuff. And it is the mistake that I repeated without being aware of killing myself, literally. The rest, I am just going to add these clips and you can see it yourself. Dr. Berg said it absorbs only 4% of magnesium when you take this. There's only little tiny little thing, 4% of it. I don't know how it is, but he also mentions a constipation, and there is nothing better that I can tell than what I stated to you, explain you about when it comes to the so-called supplements. I'm not allowed to take supplements. So magnesium is apparently the supplement that I needed so much. Yet, you're going to see on the following clips. What can I say to you? I would not take the one from the mom, even if it's a 1 day left that I have to live for. Because you guys, you Illuminatis, knew about what is about to happen to me, based on a total denial of the right to income of any kind. And so you took a pleasure in it, you took a joy in it, it was good for you, it was good for you to witness this type of stuff. You wanted to have it this way, so I don't want something from somebody so evil when it comes to the stuff like this. If you decided that this is the way it's gotta be like this, with such anger like this, then you must be so fucking angry with me that you don't want me to be alive. You must be so angry with me that you want to play with my sanity literally through some kind of products that supposedly would extend my life, supposedly would improve my quality of life, supposedly would change the course of my death based on your knowledge. You won't tell that you were doing this stuff with me about these things, that you've seen it real time on what this looks like, what this will do to the human being, how it works. You won't tell people about these things. You didn't tell to anybody. You wanted the fair fight. You wanted the body that is being intoxicated, destroyed, literally through the poisoning, using vitamins also as a form of poisoning. You were using too many vitamins for the beginning. You were causing damages, basically creating all forms of body rejecting the over-vitaminization and stuff like this. And then what you did was you just continue to maintain the injury, basically reminding the body basically that it can't put up with that kind of stuff, till you put me in such a poor physical shape situation that body visibly was falling apart with a rapid speed right in front of your eyes, and then you walked away basically and left me to my own devices. It's not difficult to see the stuff you did. So he prohibited the police the further use of this, which was a very nice thing. This is why I'm also still alive. And for the rest of it, you're just going to have to watch this video here for whatever it is. I am just going to add these clips so you can see that mama knew. No, mother not only knew about all this stuff, they presented the mother presented herself as somebody that I would be recalling all the stuff that went on during MKultra, for better or for worse. In this case, is a little bit worse. This is like a surgery succeeded except the patient is dead scenario. And it was indifferent in the case of magnesium, where she actually reminds me that the use of this other types of stuff that I was recommended by Americans, what you should be using and stuff like this. Go to a homeless person and tell him that he should just go buy a good one and not the shitty one. And I'm sure that he's going to listen to you. The Ursula von der Leyen is garbage this year. This is what it is, and it comes even, look, with the vitamin B. The Germans knew all about this garbage, and they will probably move on away from circulation. They will probably move on away from sale, as it is. I believe it's a damaging product even for the people, based on what Dr. Berg is saying, even for the people that are not being poisoned, that are not being under this kind of circumstances. All the employees of DM stores in the city of the Novo Mesto were involved in this thing. Yeah, the people, visitors coming here, checking out and all this stuff and playing with the vitamins also, poisoning. Now, your British King Charles told me, he said to me repeatedly, they demanded from me total silence, not even mentioning anything about the stuff they were involved in. The way he extorted to me was, tell me who I am. Am I your friend or your enemy? He made himself clear about, together with his European Union apparatchiks, that if I will be talking against him or them, they will be my enemy. You will not get the truth heard. You will not get through with the you will not get through with the truth. But when it comes to that good part, the friend part, you already know how that one worked. That one also worked through the silence. Tell me who I am. Tell me who I am. This is the way they operated. I never ever was eating vitamins in my life, ever. So I do not understand why the British Royals, why the Germans did not stop this all the way from the beginning already, since I never ever was eating any kind of vitamins in real life. They insisted that I eat vitamins, but I never ever ate vitamins in my real life. The only time I ever ate vitamins was during MKultra poisoning. So I don't understand the British, I don't understand Germans, I don't understand Americans. Why didn't you stop this? If I didn't eat this in real life, that means that I didn't need. And if I didn't need, why did you needed me to eat this? All these vitamins, also other vitamins. Why did you needed me to eat this shit during MKultra? The only message for Charles that I have is it's not about me saying to you who you are or what you were to me. You tell people that you are involved in this case. You tell them whether you are my friend or you are my enemy. You tell them, were you closer to me or were you closer to the Eastern European communist scum? You tell them. You tell them, Charles. Tell them who the fuck you are. Tell them who you are coming for inside of this home and inside of the other home and why you are taking me to Britain. You tell them who you were to me, on whose side you were. Were you closer to Milan Kuchan? Were you closer to Robert Golob, to Putin and others? Or were you closer to me? You tell them. And about me, tell you about who you were, what you are. You tell the people involved. You tell the people of Britain, of United Kingdom, British. Tell them who you were closer to, who you align yourself with, who you saw yourself in. You tell them. You tell them who you were to me. This was a specialty of ex-director Igor Yurshich. We will fuck you up. We'll fuck you up. You're going to eat one more like this, you're going to get, and you're going to be fucked up. That's going to be it. Apparently, this was the poison. This was the poison. The poison they anticipated. And they wouldn't move one out of the shelves, at least not till they would cause substantial damage to me. This was the poison that was involved in this case. They poisoned with this product here, I think, sometime since 2012, I would estimate. It's like 2012, I would say that they got this into house and poisoned with this stuff. And probably poisoned with this type of magnesium, not only with this type of magnesium, but also primarily they poisoned with magnesium that dissolved itself in the water with also, I don't know if it's like a CO2 garbage. That was the Milan Kuchan, his main adduct when it comes to magnesium. They loaded with that shit. So they went for stomach injuries. They went for intestine injuries. They were poisoning through those vitamins that primarily, that stuff that goes way, way, way back in time because of this Kirka pharmaceutical here that we have on the other side of the Kirka River. Since the day they released that on the market, they put that on the market, they poisoned with that shit like crazy. It wasn't even the 8th grade of the grammar school. Might have been even earlier when they started to poison with that shit. Before that shit, they had another shit that also dissolved itself in the water with that sound. And that's what they would poison with when it comes to magnesium and stuff. So this isn't new, but when it comes to this product, or where they would be evaluating one, or wherever the fuck they were doing, this goes sometimes to 2011, 2012, for whatever reason, whatever went on. Ursula von der Leyen was the one who decided they will not remove this product. She went back to the Germany. She consented with it, and she said, "No, it's okay." In 2014, she came back. She said, "No, it's okay. We decided we're going to keep it on the door shelves. We'll continue to sell it." This was like one of the most diabolical wish me dead procedures from the police station. And I, for the hell of it, whatever the fuck I would want to do, I would not recall one until I saw the video from Eric Berg on the internet, on the Facebook. It popped up right on my timeline. It said all about this magnesium oxide, and that's when I saw him, and that's when I basically recalled about what the fuck went on inside of our house in respect to this. It was just one day after that mother placed these bottles that you are about to see, packed with the vitamins, with different type of vitamins. Yes, they went on also to investigate this type of vitamins. And it was not only store known as a DM that was involved in it, but at later stage, they also involved another store. Because DM was present as a vitamin. This is a low-cost, cheapest store for the vitamins. This is where you get vitamins for way less. Vitamin supplements, whatever supplements. And it's later, it's called Sano Labor also. Also was involved, not the later, the fuck I'm talking about, the later. These people were involved in torture in this Sano Labor, just like the people from DM. They were involved in, is it the crutches? That kind of stuff, this kind of stuff. When mother broke leg during MKultra, it's what they were using, the crutches evaluation. It's where we went to pick up the crutches. Also, when mother, in a parenthesis, again, break her leg and stuff like this. This was nothing other than police search through the stores, through the local businesses, through people involved for proofs, to prove that I am mentally ill, for the proofs of the mental illness. So this is something I already have wrote about. I couldn't do better than this. Is the mental illness that started in my case already long time ago under the Josip Broz Tito, when I was transferred from home into forensic unit as a child, into forensic psychiatric unit already as a child, in Ljubljana Polje during MKultra, where they would torture me. Psychiatric hospital. I was a child. Literally, I was a child when they would deliver me into psychiatric hospital. At first, what they would do is they would deliver me to watch this shit. I had no fucking idea what was about. They had also a military department. That's where Josip Broz Tito would deliver me. And later on, as I would start to grow up, as I was growing up, they would start to deliver me also to other psychiatric units in Ljubljana Polje in Slovenia. It's where I was also thrown, beginning the 2012 is when they would throw me inside after 38 years of torture. After 33 years of torture, inside of this hospital, psychiatric institution, already, they bring me into the psychiatric hospital Ljubljana Polje, hoping that I'm going to recognize all the fear, all the, I don't know, they hope that it's going to be a panic that's going to take me over, that's going to eat me, the whole thing, that I'm going to be completely speechless, taken out. that I'm going to fall apart mentally because of the stuff they were doing to me. That's what this is. This is what this is. This is the democracy, no? It's a democracy. The democracy is democratic. Great Britain is a constitutional monarchy, no? Ursula von der Leyen is a president of the European Parliament, is a president of the European Union Commission, which also concerns the so-called human rights, right? Ursula von der Leyen. No, she doesn't know anything. She knows nothing. So they were looking for these proofs of the mental illness with manufacturers before they would even release the products on the market and stuff like that. Actually, to be completely exact about this stuff, this goes to year 2008. And in 2008, I think this was not even released yet. Might have gone even to 2006. And it was finally, I think, released like in 2011, something like this. And in 2014, Ursula von der Leyen says they will not remove this from the store shelves. And it might have been released, this stuff, even after 2011. This is how disgusting this is. She's a president of the European Commission. If you have a problem with your violations of your human rights, make sure you write to the Ursula von der Leyen, because she could be deciding about your life and death. Be on your side. She's a very pro-human person, is it? Is she? This garbage is actually so bad that it was German manufacturers that were involved in this, and this goes to 2006. They were coming here from the Germany, especially with their magical Vitamania. I have a German executive coming to Slovenia, literally talking to me, blah, 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 blah. How nice it is to see me. I will help you. Supplying Slovenian police with garbage, with the poison, literally, so they could poison. This shit is like a fucking rat poisoning. What is this shit? We had these manufacturers coming in. See nothing, hear nothing, know nothing manufacturers, CEOs from the companies where they would manufacture for the DM and for other companies that sell vitamins here in Slovenia. And what do you think the so-called Slovenian police, what do you think that Alpen Serbs, as I call them, the Slovenes, Alpine Serbs, the Slovenes, what do you think they did? You think they wouldn't use the opportunity like this to make it even worse? And in all this stuff that you were gathering, meeting, hijacking me from United States of America, from Miami, literally hijacking me, talking about the Central Intelligence Agency, so this stuff could go on like this. In what part were you part of me? In what part did you sided with me? In what way exactly did you sided with me? When you turned even vitamins into poison together with your Russo-Slovenian Serbian partners. In what part exactly were you part of me? You demanded that Central Intelligence Agency all the stories, quack quack, about the communism. But in between of all that stuff, you've used all the torture, abuse that took place against me in ex-Yugoslavia under what you gestured was a communist regime. You took that so that you could approximate yourself more to your new partners. You took that as a potential threat to them if they wouldn't see themselves in you. So what part of it were you part of me, is what I'm asking here. Mother doesn't take magnesium oxide. Let me demonstrate you. This is what I bought it, very cheap. It's so promising, isn't it? And this is what I bought it. It's with the oxide, you see? oxide, magnesium oxide, the ingredients, magnesium oxide. And my mom only takes this here. This is a magnesium glycinate. She was the one who was meeting Dr. Eric Berg. She was the one who was meeting with Illuminati's Dr. Eric Berg in this house. But what's interesting about my mama, she never talks about any of this stuff, ever. Slovenian police, psychiatrists, cops, that's all they were doing. They were studying these things. Do you think she ever told me anything about this stuff? Never, ever. This is here magnesium carbonate, but they told me you're not going to be able to eat this because this is extremely, extremely bad with this for your intestines, which have problems they developed. So this is pretty smart stuff. I see that she started to purchase for herself really, really, really expensive stuff. I mean, check this out. This is completely new. It just first time I even see it. So it is because this is actually literally made for the heart, which is amazing. She purchased some really, really, really expensive stuff, not a cheap garbage like the one I purchased or basically the other one. This is what my father and she used to consume, knowing that I have a problem with the kidneys they created. So this was probably even worse than not having no magnesium. This is basically what it is. I mean, they enforced heart palpitations, lack of sleep, literally through this thing here. Nothing until my father is dead. It's a huge problem. I wasn't going to put this on the internet. I have a million other videos like this one. And I realize it's a huge problem. The stuff that I do is totally wrong. It's not good, the stuff that I do. I don't put the stuff that I should pertaining to my mother on the internet. And the more that I keep to myself, the more aggressive, the more abusive she is becoming. I noticed the psychiatric pattern. I noticed the police pattern because she's doing absolutely everything she's doing based on police instructions and based on the psychiatrist instructions. This is what they used to rehearse. For every attack she exercises, she knows exactly her way in and her way out. This is the most trained murderer, killer, or through my mother, this is the most trained killer, murderer, serial killer that I ever know of. I don't know about other cases that people were involved in crime, but I know for my own mother that she does it literally to sicken me. She does it literally knowing that the more I keep to myself, the more psychological damage I endure. Was using a word. Psychiatrists, police were using her medical tests to convince me that she cannot last inside of the psychiatric hospital, not even 3 months with the medications, due to health damages she has. And they make sure that they would leave me the paperwork inside where they push me through the infestation of the moths inside of my room. And they put all the medical records based on which they brainwashed me during MKultra about her health damages and such to remember. They had me begging for her life inside of some prison in Ljubljana, where they would bring in me inside of the psychiatric hospital and so on. And I have to say that I noticed this, that there is a pattern that when she commits crimes, she immediately stops when I put her on the internet, when I put the stuff about her on the internet. This is when she is good for several days. But she doesn't do this from the point of view that, let's say that you have a child and it's a bad child and you have to punish one, to remind one to properly behave. She doesn't do this from the point of view that she would take a note about, like warning, don't do that no more. But she does this well, with intention to cause more harm, more damage, and eventually through the gaslighting together with police, psychiatrists, kill, murder, cause more damage, more devastation. Stress is no good for anybody. You live under the stress. I don't hate myself more than if I live inside of the house, audio recorder not turned on. And I don't hate myself more than whenever she silently comes right from behind me if I am at the kitchen sink or whatever, I'm preparing myself a food, because I could endure a stab, because I could be stabbed with a screwdriver or with a knife or whatever stuff they were doing during MKultra. So I don't hate myself more than when I don't pay enough attention to my own safety. That's when I I learned really to hate myself. This is my mother. That's why I said serial killer, murderer, killer who got away with a crime for 54 years in both houses. I should say with 1 million different crimes. She worked along the way to get me killed, together with the police, with the psychiatrists. I'm going to say, notice that it's not about being warned about, don't do certain things anymore, but it's about basically to tune down, like go like undercover, like for some time, just so that it passes me. And then what she does is she starts again. She starts to load again. And it goes up, and she's increasing this till I cannot take it. And I put some little thing on the internet again, protecting my loving, beloved mommy for 54 years, Joseph Fritzl, that paid bills, they say. She paid the bills. You pay the bills, you pay absolutely everything. That is true. That is absolutely true. However, this is in a complete symbiosis with Illuminatis, with the police, with the psychiatrists that are abusing this situation, literally pushing inside of the grave to get that things going the way they want to get them, basically. The truth that will come out would not even live one day the way they did this stuff. This is also one of the decisions why a million videos like this now is going to come to the internet. She's a serial killer. Communism is a mental illness. Communism is a mental illness. It's a sickness. My mother have definitely proven this to be a mental illness. It's a sickness. Communism is about the worst mental illness that ever existed. She cannot do better than this to your own son. I am 54 years old now. And I will not forget Josip Broz Tito when he told people, we are doing this to one of ours. We're not doing this to yours, to your kind. We're doing this to one of ours. That's when I was theirs. That's when I belonged to the communists. I only belonged to the communists whenever it was to tell that other side to fuck off. That's about the only time I belong to the communism. This is the worst mental illness ever. And it is the most violent, the single most oppressive thing, the social order there is that ever existed in this world. It's the worst mental illness that there is. Never anything was worse. Hardly can believe that my mother is taking advantage of me when I get about 3 hours of sleep a day. That's disgusting. And there is no such thing like mistakes, misunderstandings. This is extremely well-trained serial by the police, by the psychiatrists, by the professionals that do this stuff, by the professionals who deal with this type of stuff, broker crime, investigate crime, and deal with the crime individuals. She is a serial killer trained by the people, like I said, who deal, broker, investigate crime. She's well trained. There's no misunderstandings. There's no mistakes in it. She is a computer. She's a machine. She's not a human being.